have a very special treat this morning. He's won numerous Dove Awards, Grammy Awards, and had multiple platinum-selling recording projects. I'm joined live in the studio with Mr. David Phelps. He has a show tonight in Evans. Thank you for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
I'm so excited to speak with you. So right now you are on tour. You are on the Lift Your Voice tour.
That's right.
It started in September. Can you kind of walk me through what is on that tour and what people can expect if they haven't already made it out?
Yeah, well, I hope they will. It's a really wonderful night. Lift Your Voice tour. It's with me and a group called Selah, who is they're amazing singers, and so we are sharing the stage for this tour, and their music is wonderful, and we have just a really great night of vocal-centric music. And,
right.
And it's gospel music, so we're celebrating our faith at the same time.
I love the phrase that you just used, vocal-centric music. You know, I was doing a little research on you, a little journalism, if you will, and a lot of people online talk about your vocal range. They just are impressed by this range that you have. Can you maybe share a little bit with us about, you know, what it takes to have a range like that and just the praises you've received for it?
Well, you know, I was this kid, I'm still this kid who just dreams about making music. You know, after all these years, it is a privilege every time I get to get out there and do it. I grew up in a musical household, and God put these incredible mentors in my path that led me to being able to develop my voice. My mom was the first one, and then my minister of music at my church, my choir director in high school, and then voice teachers along the way. And so it was a lot of work to develop, you know, my vocal ability. God gave me a gift, and then I had to kind of work and develop that. But today, you know, on tour and to keep that going, you know, it has to be a lot of sleep and a lot of water.
Yeah.
We moved my water right before we started. So no, it's great. Yeah, but those things are really important to kind of keeping it healthy.
Yeah. So this is a passion that you've clearly had since you were a young child. Can you kind of talk about what it means to come this far, have the accolades that you have, and continue this passion, you know, even as an adult?
Yeah, you know, I ran into someone who started out with me the other day, and we hadn't touched base in a long time, and he said, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm still doing that." He was like, "You're still doing this?" And I thought about that recently, because I was like, I can't imagine doing anything else.
Really?
I feel like that this kind of chose me in a way, and I entered adulthood singing and dreaming about making music, and I am still able to be out there doing it. And as long as people still want to hear it, I'll keep doing it, I think.
Right. So you've talked a little bit, I know you're a gospel singer, you have a lot of Christian music out there. The tour that you're on right now is very much a gospel tour, right? Mm-hmm. But can you talk maybe a little more about some of those influences musically that you've had throughout your childhood and throughout this passion? Absolutely.
I've had a wide range of influences. Mm-hmm. I blame my parents for that. You know, we used to listen to all different kinds of stuff growing up, but of course gospel music, and we sang hymns in church and around the piano. My mom would play, and my family was the kind of family we would go on a road trip and turn the radio off, and we'd all sing. You know,
really?
Grab a part and sing, and so it was a lot of that growing up. But I love Tony Bennett, Whitney Houston, that great, you know, power vocalists. You know, vocalists that sing from their toes have always, you know, thrilled me. And Sandy Patty was just one of those growing up. And of course, all of the contemporary Christian artists, it was kind of in its budding stage, you know, back then. And then, of course, groups like Journey, you know, where they just had those powerhouse 80s vocals, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so, so yeah, there's been kind of a wide range. And Pavarotti. Pavarotti was, you know, one of my favorite vocalists ever.
Really?
I mean, just the master, you know.
Wow. And, you know, I've also seen that you've done some work with Stephen Schwartz, or done lyricism with Stephen Schwartz, who is Wicked writer and has done some other Broadway, you know, programs. So Broadway is a big influence too, it seems.
Absolutely. And, you know, I've been blessed to, because of the way that I make music, I can step in on a given night. We'll do Nessun Dorma, a Puccini aria, or Somewhere from West Side Story. And so I've had the chance to kind of step in and out of those worlds. And one of those things was working with Stephen Schwartz.
Yeah.
I did Children of Eden for him a couple of different times in Chicago with the lyric opera there, and then at the Lincoln Center in New York, and then sang at the Metropolitan Opera in New York with him on his birthday celebration, and that was a dream come true.
I'm sure. I mean, you've sang in so many amazing places, and you know, tonight you're actually going to be performing here in the CSRA at Grace Baptist Church. Right. Can you tell the audience a little bit about where they can get tickets? What time is it? What can they expect? Give everybody the rundown of what's going on tonight.
Well, sure. We're at Grace Baptist Church. You can get tickets at davidphelps.com. It starts at 7 p.m. We're going to have a great time. We're going to make music and laugh and hopefully be moved and lift up the name of Jesus. And it's going to be fun. You don't want to miss it.
Don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss these pipes on him. I know from other people's words online, they are just stellar. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio today, Mr. Phelps. I appreciate it.
I'm going to fulfill your dream. You've been a singer, you're singing gospel, you've been doing it for quite some time. Therefore, have you ever done weather?
No, I've never done weather.
Well, guess what? You're getting ready to do weather now live there. What I'm going to do is just stand right here.
Okay.
You stand there. I'm going to flip it. Now, that, you just look at the maps there and tell us when we're going to get some rain.
Oh, well, it looks like on... Looks like it's weird. Looks like on Monday we've got some red rain right here, right?
Red rain. I like that.
Right,
all right.
And then it kind of levels off on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Good job on the spot there.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that was okay. You see, it's totally different there for you.
It is.
From one musician to another there for you. I play professionally also. But good luck tonight. You're going to have great weather for your concert. And as they say in show business, break a leg there.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Great job. All right, there you go. Make sure you check out that concert, 7 p.m. It is going to be fantastic. I fulfilled his wish.